In this video, we'll look at how to blacklist iOS apps. Now, this feature is available in iOS 9.3 and above, and it does have another requirement, and that is that the devices must be in supervised mode. We'll begin by going to the Apps area, and the tab at the top for iOS Blacklist Apps is where we want to go next. You can see I have several apps already listed in here, and our goal is to do two things. One, we want to add the app to be blacklisted to this list, and then we want to assign it to a device group or class where it should be blacklisted. You can see that I've got a couple of apps here already blacklisted for 6th grade. I'll click on the Add App button, and you can see the 4 different ways of finding or adding the apps at the top. So the first one is the App Store, and it's just a simple App Store search. So I'm going to search for Crossy Road, or I'm sorry, Crossy Bird. Let's say this is a popular game. We don't want it running anywhere in the school or on our networks. So we're going to search for this and add it to the list. And you can see it found it and added it to the list here. The second way that we can add an app is that it can just be one of the standard apps. So for example, if we wanted to blacklist the camera for some reason, we can do that. And the third way is if you have the URL from the App Store. So let's suppose we're in the browser, and I'll drag down so you can see here I've already brought up the Facebook app, and we can copy the URL out of our browser. And I'll just move that back up, and we'll switch back to Control Tower and copy the URL or paste the URL in here. So that one's added to the list. And then the bundle ID is not something you would normally know, but an advanced user might be an occasion where an advanced user would know the actual bundle ID. You can see that on some of these others in the bundle ID column. So I've now blacklisted 3 new apps, but I've not yet activated them or assigned them to any device group. So they're still actually allowed everywhere. So I'm going to drag in an iPad here, and you can see I have these apps already on a screen. And I'm going to take Camera, Crossy Bird, and Facebook. I'm going to click Assign, and I'm going to assign to the 6th grade iPad group. And now if I switch back to my iPad, you'll see within a few seconds, there they go, they disappeared. So these apps are not able to run on any of the devices in the device groups where they're assigned. One tip here is that this is probably not the best way for teachers to turn apps off and on for devices that they want for students to see. They already have access to that through the screen layouts area. By simply not adding apps to a screen layout, they are prevented from running. So this should be thought of more in terms of what it can do for administrators in preventing certain apps, system-wide or with an entire group or on all student devices. It would not normally be an area that teachers would use because the screen layouts area is probably the more appropriate area for that usage. Hope this feature works out well for you, and thanks for watching.